What is up, my people? Here I am, and this is light. Is this the right camera? Is my camera on? I don't think so, because the lightning is quite bad, right? Yeah, well, I'll fix that later. Just let me introduce the topic: flexibility and strong kicks. It's such a cool topic, right? It's as a kid, I wanted to be Jean-Claude Van Damme. I wanted to kick ass. I wanted to just all that stuff. And then capoeira came on my path, and I just went for it. A lot of my first training years was mainly flexibility and kicking and all that. So let me um, let me answer your questions. If you have a question about your kicking stage process, flexibility, drop it in the comment section. So far, what is up, person that is here? Can I see who you are somewhere? Well, my jacket looks nice. Let me tell you the main thing about flexibility. The main thing for me is to know where you are now. So if you want to get more flexible, that's fine, but know where you are right now, and then the key is to kind of build from that stage, build towards the next levels, right? And flexibility has to do with strength, with various muscle groups. So if I want to have flexible legs, then I also need to train my back and my let's say my hamstring, but also my back, like the spine, the muscles in the spine, and your abs. Like, your body is one, yeah. So you cannot only train flexibility in the leg, because if you kick, you know that, let's say, well, common kick armada, for example. Then if people are not so flexible, they tend to bend. They tend to bend forward, right? So this is one thing I always do when I kick armada. I always, no, not try to, it's what I do. I always keep my back straight. And if you then from this position kick, you also train your flexibility, right? So it is, the key is getting more flexible from a healthy position, right? Hey, what up, Iron Ape in the house? Thanks for your comment, man. Your hips seem to be locked. How can I unlock them for better kicks? Well, mm, I would definitely do hip rotation. The most sexy hip rotation. Um, I would do that definitely. Um, and the yoga exercises, like the triangular, like, how's it, like standing in a triangle, like with your legs apart like this, and then bending to one foot, and then switch sides, and then to the other foot. um what else? Squatting, really deep squats, I would definitely do. um it also depends on how they are blocked, right? Because these tips, I would in general, the key is using your hips, right? So using your hips in every motion. So rotating, singular rotation of your legs. So your knee up to the side, to the front, and then change. What else for unblocking your hips? Um, what really helps, I made a video about it, is standing in a downward facing dog, and then bring one knee to your chest, and then go to the side. So then you train, let me see if I can show you. You train the side of your hip. What's mostly undeveloped, which muscle group is mostly undeveloped in kicks, and people want to do kicks, it's the side. So if you stand like this, then really the side of your hip. So if you go in a downward facing dog, bring one knee up, bend your leg, and then go, like, kind of looks like this, right? So those are a couple tips for you there. And the original video that you saw of this title, I'm kicking my leg. Sorry, I'm kicking my leg to the front and to the side. Now, this really helped me to get some applied flexibility. Right, you have static flexibility, just doing a stretch, for example, and you stay there. But doing flexibility stuff in a motion, and then kind of through movement creating flexibility, and also training your muscles, that has like, now I'm pointing at my hips right here. This is a really important muscle group to make that strong. Also, if you want to do splits, if you want to do what's that, splits and the side thing. Now that's a split. And what's this called? I forgot. Now, whatever, like if you want to do this or that, you know, especially with this one, it's important that you also train muscle. Do you have the image of bodybuilders that that are flexible? How can they be so flexible, right? Like, do you know bodybuilders that can do the splits? I'm sure there are tons of it you can find here on YouTube. Um, and the reason that they can be so flexible and have like big muscles is because they train, and these muscles, they can actually handle the flexibility. Weak muscles or muscle groups around it, they have a hard time with stretching because they're not strong. A strong muscle can be stretched easier. So that's also the part. So you got to do some form of dynamic leg training. You know, you can do the whole you know, the video in the capoeira game. He does a thing called the horse walk. Now I also do that, and it's a nice way to practice your thighs and your hamstring in a dynamic way. Yeah, so train static and dynamic, always static and dynamic. And yeah, because capoeira is it's a dynamic game, right? You cannot move, you cannot have a capoeira game with static motions. Yeah. So yeah, thanks for your question, man. That's a bit of the basics of stretching, like the why I do, when I did Thai boxing, why I would do the why I would do the kicking up and to the side. It was just leg. It was just really wanting to kick high, and another way is, well, this is exercises. Throw your leg up, which has a relationship with the armada, right? If you keep your leg up front, the side one more chapas and all that. But also the actual kick, execute the actual kick. So let's say martello, right? You want to get a higher martello. Then what I also would do, I do it now even, is just to make sure I do the step. So just the knees, let's say the step 2, right? I step in position, and then I will just point my knee, and I'll really focus on the hip motion and make sure that these muscles are trained. So that's another way to go out of your hip and to make the let's say a step 1 or a step 2 of the actual kick that you want to do. Yeah, and then you repeat it for 10 to 20 times, like three sets, for example, or 3 times. So that would really help. This is just yeah, it's basic training, but really helpful. Yes. Well, thanks for watching. I had the idea to go more live and talk about videos that I posted, but then I go more in depth, a reason why and how it will improve your capoeira, right? For now, improve, connect, and play. This is Vita, aka Vitamina, aka Arnold, aka the person who stops this video right now. See you later. Ciao. Peace. Love. Wah, wah, wah.